What's going on, people? Ben here from Bateman Talks Tottenham on my own today as my dad's busy. Sorry for the lack of uploads recently. We've been away on holiday, been incredibly busy, but videos are going to be back now. So, big news today, Archie Gray, here we go. £40 million with Joe Rodon going for about 10 million to Leeds the other way. What a signing this is for Spurs. You know, young championship player of the season last season, and technical midfielder that can also play at right back, so got some cover there. At 17 years old, look, it's a lot of money, don't get me wrong. People might say, are we spending a lot of our budget on a 17-year-old that's not necessarily going to improve our starting 11 now, but what a player he is, and in the future, 40 million could look like an absolute bargain. It'd be interesting to see how he fits in at Spurs. Apparently he had the first part of his medical last night and a deal is expected to go through and be all announced today. So, Spurs' first signing of the summer finally being completed, with a lot more expected probably to happen after the Euros, if we're honest, because players are going to be in that tournament focusing on that, so it's understandable. And then Joe Rodon obviously going to Leeds. You know, Joe Rodon never really had the quality never really had the chance to show his quality in a big string of games, but is there a reason for that potentially? You know, he had a decent run of games under Mourinho at one point, never really had a game under Conte, and you've got to think, well, they're the ones seeing him in training, so maybe that's why, but was incredibly impressive for Leeds last season in the Championship, so I think he's going to be a great player for Leeds, and you've got to think Leeds are going to come up again this year, and probably he's going to be playing Premier League football next season. So it's a good move for Joe Rodon. Like I said, he's going to be playing week in, week out. So all the best to Joe Rodon for the future. In other news, Ryan Sessegnon is apparently training at Crystal Palace. Obviously, Sessegnon's had hamstring injuries galore throughout his career. Signed at Spurs in 2019 and has just been injured. But it looks like Crystal Palace are probably signing him as a free agent, which... Is he going to start over any of their attackers, or is he going to still play at fullback? Is he going to play over Tyrick Mitchell at left back? I don't think so, no. But it depends. Is he going to be used in a more of an attacking role, or is he going to be used at left back like he'd been used at Spurs for a couple of years? Who knows? We'll find out when he plays for them. But it's good to see Sessegnon finally getting his career back on track, if we're honest. However, the main business of today is Archie Gray is getting his deal completed, and we've got to be positive that he can be a great player for the future. You've got to think him and Lucas Bergvall are going to be coming into Spurs next season in the Europa League. You can imagine both of them are going to play a lot, and they could be very exciting to watch, and you never know, they're going to start to break into the first team spots. So there are going to be some players to watch out next season for people that haven't heard of them, and for a Spurs perspective, we've got to hope they can deliver. Very young players. We've now got a very young squad. Loads of players, even like Pape Sarr. He's starting to look older than some of the players we have in the squad. Pape Sarr is such a young player. Destiny Doggy, Van de Ven's still young. So Spurs are looking like we might have a good crop of players for the future. Obviously, not every young player is going to work out, but you've got to hope that at least some of these are going to prove to be good. So the future's looking bright for Spurs. In other news, England finally progressed into the quarterfinals of the Euros. Not too easy last night, has to be said, but Jude Bellingham, last minute, scores a bicycle kick. Oh my God, what a moment that was. England, as we've been in every other game this season, have been poor. Just poor, no sort of energy, no sort of, cohesion between the team. But finally we got a goal at the end yesterday. Looked like it wasn't going to happen at some point and we were going to be out. And then the inevitable Harry Kane scores the winning goal in extra time. Who else would it have been? I know Bellingham said who else when he scored his, but who else would it have been? Harry Kane scored a winning goal. Getting some stick in the pub I was in, and now, well, he silenced the doubters, didn't he? So, thank you all for watching this Tottenham update. There'll be more coming out soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, come on you Spurs!